He's done up there CHGO. Up to $2,000. Welcome into another hybrid CHGO Bets. I'm at home. I'm Sean Anderson. Follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And in the beautiful Studio B, the B stands for bets. It's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. And you can follow the bets account at CHGO_bets. We're being produced today.
And there was my arm. Brief appearance.
Whose arm was in the way of the camera. Hey, Joe, I think there's another little wire in the camera shot as well if you want to fix that. But we're excited to talk to you about a couple things. First off, I'm red hot betting, so I'm excited to talk to you about that. And I'm excited to talk to you about CHGO softball because last night we had a ton of fun getting our asses romped by Odyssey 19-4. And hey, Cody and Joey, we can talk about this because we don't have legendary programming that people will be upset that we're just defaming like other radio stations in Chicago. How you doing, Cody?
Oh, Sean. I'm good, man. You had to bring up that memorable game. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone's keeping stats for CHGO, but I have to be the first triple play made or on the wrong side at least. I have to be the first one in CHGO history.
You know, it wasn't on you. Here's what I'll say. I can't even think of the guy's name at this point. Eric Brantley, was that the guy that turned the unassisted triple play for the Phillies? You know, Jeff Francoeur made that line out. I only know that because I'm a dork. But do most people remember Jeff Francoeur lining out into a triple play? No, they just remember the one guy making 3 outs. It's not on you.
That one's actually on me as the first base coach. I got to be better there.
Right. That's on Joey. Look at Joey being a team player. Hey, I dropped the ball in left field. The first hit, we could have had a single right away, and I ran past the base and then tried to get to second base and steal a base there. It was a sloppy game for us. Most of us playing like Will Gottlieb playing for the first time since sixth grade. So we were a little rusty up
the night.
Cody thinks he was the MVP.
Yeah, he was the MVP of the night.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean he had a nice hit. I did score a run, but Joey.
He might have hit it farther than any of us.
Yes, he did hit it. Yeah, I mean he had a cannon too. So I mean defensively, Will Gottlieb.
Say what you were gonna say, Sean. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Joey was gonna be the MVP because he gave up 19 runs.
Yeah, I mean, I gave up a lot of runs. I'd like to see how many of those were earned runs. Definitely a couple, but not all of them. I'd say not all of them.
Probably about 7 errors at least made in the final inning.
Correct. I thought you were saying 7 for the game. That might be underselling it.
No. We had a lot of issues, we'll say, in the field. But except for Herb. Herb was a star out there.
Herb had an insane catch.
Yeah, I mean that was the play of the game. Easily.
Yeah.
Herb's still probably feeling that one today.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling it in my legs. I have not ran that much in way too long, and I'm feeling it today. Also, what's up, Jack R, and what's up, Jack? It's Mayor Bump Day for the Cubs. Keegan Thompson, the mayor, is on the bump, taking on the Reds. And we got Jack R saying, Sean, you got to stop looking for outfielding advice from Aloy. He's just really giving with his advice. He's just really happy to share all that he's learned out in the outfield. So,
he's learned a lot. He's much improved in my opinion, but yeah.
We haven't seen him this year. So, I mean, I don't know how good he is.
When he does play, it seems like he's improved out there compared to, rookie year.
All right, one thing really quick before we get into Sox, Cubs baseball, and betting. There's this guy out here right outside my window. Cody can't even see him. He's painting on a roof. He's got literally 1 foot over the edge. He's not harnessed in or anything. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. This guy is dangling off the building. This is insane. I'm sorry. I had to mention it.
I cannot see, and I'm glad I can't see because I would not be able to focus and I would get insane amounts of anxiety, and now I have some thanks to Joey.
Joey, can you turn the camera and can we see it?
I'll show you later. I don't want to, I don't know who this guy is. I don't want to have to blur out his face, for the discretion, all that.
You'll be fine. We don't have that good of a camera on the iMac.
Someone needs to get him signed up on PointsBet so he gets up back off the ledge.
Right. Yeah. And hey, buddy, you get 2 risk-free bets. The best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. So, I mean, you could have a lot of fun. You could back the mayor on Mayor Bump Day if you're a Cubs fan, but that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit when you receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, you even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO Locker. So if you sign up using the code CHGO, you get 2 risk-free bets and a free CHGO membership and a free t-shirt from CHGO Locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com and we will help you out. And PointsBet's your home for live and play betting, and it just got even better. If you see an edge in the game you're watching, if your favorite team is primed for a comeback, don't just watch the game, bet along with it live. There's more live betting, more live markets, and more faster live cash outs with PointsBet. Download the PointsBet app right now and use promo code CHGO. Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. Cody, I don't have a gambling problem because my bank right now is at 0. But yesterday I went 2-1. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I have betting and gambling figured out. So we'll see if I win money tonight. How'd you do last night? What's your bank looking like?
What? I went 1 and 2. I went 1 and 2 yesterday. I got $60 in the bank today. Giolito strikeouts barely hit. The Angels money line did hit as well, but the over didn't. I thought maybe we'd get a backdoor cover on that at the end of the game. We did not. And then what was it? Oh yeah, at Ohtani 2+ total bases. He did have a hit, but only 1 base. So
was a nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a downer. But hey, at least I went 1. Sometimes you just need 1 to get hot the next day. And that's where we're hoping tonight. I love the comments about Keegan Thompson in the chat today. So we'll start with that for tonight. I'm taking Keegan Thompson over 3.5 strikeouts at -140. Honestly, I would, if you want some plus money in there, I would take it up to maybe 6 or 7. You can go on PointsBet and you can just say, Keegan Thompson, this many strikeouts. The plus, I don't have the app pulled up on me right now, but I'm sure for 6 or 7 strikeouts you get it at plus money. I think that it's possible. He hasn't faced the Reds this year, but he's been red hot in his last 2 starts. He shut down the Braves, and then in his last start, he shut down the Pirates 6 innings in each of them. 7 strikeouts last start, 9 strikeouts against the Braves. So now you figure you get the Reds. I don't want to say that this is a trap. Like, everything points that this is going to go over, so that's why I'm willing to make this bet and then also maybe sprinkle on maybe 6, 7 strikeouts just for fun. So I really like that one.
If you want plus money for Keegan Thompson strikeouts, 6+, it starts at +230. 5+ is -120. So if you want plus money, 6+ strikeouts for Keegan Thompson, +230 right now on PointsBet, 7+ +400, and then you're getting up into +700 for 8+ Ks. So if you're getting real risky out there with Keegan Thompson, +700 for 8+.
Yeah. I mean, again, he hasn't faced the Reds this year, I believe. So maybe that's why this line is so low. But if you want an automatic winner, I think the over 3.5 is a good bet. And then tonight, I am going to ride the White Sox. I'm sure, Sean, you probably don't want me to, but I'm riding them. They're +110 against the Angels. They are due. They are due. They should have won last night, and they did not after taking the lead. And for some reason, I just, with Johnny Cueto, he has been very good for them. And then they're going up against a guy, Chase Silseth, I want to say, who did not go 2 innings last time. He hasn't gone more than, I think he might have gone over 4 innings one time in the 5 starts he's put up. But either way, he gave up a couple bombs in his last start. The White Sox, I don't want to say they're home run or bust, but they are kind of home run and bust at times. So maybe a few guys will get into one tonight. And with Cueto pitching the way he has with the Sox, his 1-4 record does not reflect how well he has pitched for them. I feel like they can, pull one out tonight. Again, they're due. And that brings me, this isn't part of my big three, but I am riding the Chicago parlay tonight. I'm taking Cubs money line and the White Sox money line in a parlay. I wish you could boost it on PointsBet, but you have to have 3 legs. So it's at like plus 284, at least when I got it. Cubs are actually favorites tonight. Last I checked at minus 121. I don't know where it sits at the current moment. So yeah, that's that. And then I am taking Mets money line. They are the only home dog tonight, or at least whenever I looked at the lines this morning, they were the only home dog at plus 100 against the Astros. Carlos Carrasco versus, I can't say his name correctly, so I'm afraid to say it, Framber Valdez.
Yes, Framber. It's not that hard. You got it.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, the Mets, they're very good. The Astros, very good. The Mets lost the 2 games they played in against Houston last week. So now the Astros come to the Mets. You figure the Mets are going to finally get one here. Again, really, they're really good. So at plus money to bet on the Mets, who have been heavily favored in a lot of games this year because they've been so good, I think it's time that I will bet on the Mets tonight as well. So, yeah, that's what I got tonight.
It sounds like you could put together, if you're looking for a 3-team parlay, White Sox, Cubs, and Mets.
I could.
You can get some nice action there, and you can boost it on PointsBet. Jack R wants to let you know that you're not allowed to watch any Cubs games from now on, since they're 2-1 when you don't watch. So
I know. I should just like cover my eyes or something.
And, Jack R is also saying feeling like Cueto isn't going to last. I feel like he is. I think he's going to give the White Sox a great shot tonight. Let's look at my big three. Like you mentioned in your little spiel there, you also are picking the White Sox money line tonight at plus 110. So I am as well. Johnny Cueto has given, out of the White Sox starting pitchers, pretty much the best chance for them to win. They haven't won consistently. They're 3-5 when he starts, but he's going to consistently give them around 6 innings. And I mean, really, his worst start was allowing 5 earned runs against your Cubs. But outside of that, he's been pretty darn good. He's been good enough as a 5th starter. So I like the White Sox money line plus 110. They are home run and bust. And if they're going up against Chase Silseth, I think that they'll have a good night, hopefully. I'm going to take his under 3.5 strikeouts. That's at minus 125. Silseth has been very good in AAA. He just went down on June 12th and June 19th. Those 2 starts, 10 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts. So he's been good down in I think it's AA. I don't even think it's AAA. But down in AA. So he's been good down there, but he hasn't really found that same success up here at the majors. They look really short on pitching right now, and they've played Oakland and Toronto, or at least Silseth has pitched against Toronto and Philadelphia, and those have been his 2 worst starts. So hopefully the White Sox can show that they have some offense or the ability to put some offense up tonight. And then I'm going with unfortunately, an anti-Cubs parlay. Luis Castillo to strike out 7+, and the Reds money line at plus 280. I just thought it was good value. I think that the Reds might be a better team than the Cubs. Them at plus 110, I think, is good. And the Cubs have just been banged up. Schwindel hurt. Seiya hasn't played in months. No Madrigal. Wilson Contreras has been very good, but Castillo has been around that 6 strikeout line basically in every start. So maybe he'll get a little bit of a bump here playing a struggling Cubs team, even though they just took 2-1 against the Cardinals. But for the majority of the season, this has been a struggling Cubs team. So I'll go Luis Castillo to strike out 7 and Reds money line at plus 280. And since I went 2-1 last night, that means I'm going to go 2-1 tonight.
Yeah, this Reds Cubs series. You want me to spin zone? We're getting a really great preview for the Field of Dreams game, baby. There's a spin zone. I mean, they're pretty much almost at even. Again, I got the Cubs at minus 121. It's not like they're huge favorites. So, I mean, I don't blame you for taking the value there. And the only reason I like the Cubs tonight is because the Cubs have played well when Keegan Thompson pitches. So I'm going to continue to ride that. And, coming off a series, a road series beating the Cardinals, one way you could look at it as it's, a big letdown coming home for a team that's not good. The other way you could look at it is maybe, just maybe, this team can, like every team goes through their streaks of good and bad if you're a bad team. Maybe this is a streak of good. I mean, maybe the gods will give the Cubs something happy or not happy, but good, because they finally DFA Jonathan VR. I don't know. But I do know that when Keegan Thompson starts, you got a good chance. But Luis Castillo's pretty good too. He might be traded. I don't know if they're going to trade him or not, but wouldn't be surprised if they did. They traded everyone else off. So I think it's going to be a sweat in that game. I think both games might be a little bit of sweat. I think honestly, I'm really surprised the White Sox were dogs tonight, all things considered. But
they're what? I think at this point they're 1-4 in their last 5, so it's been pretty ugly. And I think even stretching back, I think they're 1-6 in their last 7. So it hasn't been pretty, Cody, on the south side of Chicago. So I'm not really surprised that they're dogs, just because they couldn't hit the bums the Orioles were throwing out this past weekend. And, even though Chase Silseth isn't really a brand name, he might just be good enough and right-handed enough to beat the White Sox. So I don't know.
Good point.
I think they're a better team, so I'll take them on the money line. Jack R is going with the Cards money line, Rangers money line, Orioles money line, Astros money line going against you, and the A's money line. I do like the Orioles as well after seeing them. As long as they're not playing an AL East team, I like them. If they're playing AL Central and bums, I like the Orioles. That might be a team I ride a little bit here, but we'll see if I'm right, if the Reds are going to win and Luis Castillo is going to strike out 7, or if Cody's right and Keegan Thompson, the mayor of Chicago, beats the Reds and strikes out over 3.5. Excited to see where your bank is at tomorrow. And Jack asked, are we millionaires yet? And the answer is yes. We're always millionaires. We're millionaires on this show, and that's why our face is on money. On the logo. But that's Cody Delmendo. You can follow that millionaire at Cody_CHGO. You can follow the Bets account at CHGO_Bets. You can follow me on Twitter, Sean Anderson, at Sean_W_Anderson. But Cody, we'll talk to everybody tomorrow when we are millionaires. And I heard a rumor about a boat or something like that.
Yeah, we're hoping to have a boat.
Aye, Captain. See ya.